This is a disclaimer. This is not going to be a very well edited video. I have no time, but I like this so much that I still want to rant about it, and I didn't want to do it on Instagram because who gives a shit about a 1935 opera written by George Gershwin? I do, but Instagram doesn't. Oh my god, that was absolutely magnificent. It was the Met, the Metropolitan Opera, and that's in New York, so I'm just gonna make an Ori in Delft video because this was absolutely amazing. I was watching this and I already got the feeling like, oh my god, I'm back in New York again. This was absolutely gorgeous. I saw an opera like a week ago and I wasn't really happy about it, but this was so different. This was such a beautiful experience, honestly. It helps that I love Gershwin. I love a lot of his work. I'd never seen this. I knew I had to, but I'd never seen it. There's like 1,000 things I can say. The direction of this opera is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. There were like 70 people on stage, which is, you know, directing an ensemble is really hard. And these people all had such character and something to do, and their interactions were so honest and meaningful. Don't get lost, Ori. I think the performances were absolutely insane. My good god. These people were all incredible performers. I don't know how in God's name you got that many amazing... Well, it's New York, it's the Met. Yeah. This is like the dream, I guess, to perform on these stages and in New York. What to say about the story and the music? I loved the music. It's a long show. I have a short attention span, but it was absolutely gorgeous. There's a part in this opera where a lady comes and she's selling strawberries, and that instantly reminded me of In the Heights. And actually, this story isn't really that far off from In the Heights. It's a community and their problems and how they tackle it together. This opera is from 1935, so obviously it's very different. It's a black experience, but I don't want to get hit by a car. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. And they were saying in this like interview thing in the middle of the intermission that they're not trying to recreate the black experience, but to channel the black experience, because, well, I don't know anything about that, but I just felt like it felt amazing. It was really cool to see that. Something that really fascinates me is how I can really see how a lot of these elements in this opera are really leaning towards musical already. Some very specific parts that were like, hey, I like this. This is kind of like a musical. That's really fascinating to me and really interesting. Also seeing, like, why didn't I like the way older opera and why didn't I like this one? Was it only the story? But I think it's also the way it's structured in a very clear, concise way. They could have developed the relationship between Porgy and Bess at the beginning a little more, because it's like, haha, this is an addict. Oh god, you're not gonna be able to hear anything. So I do think they could have developed that relationship a bit more, because it was like, hey, this is Bess, she's an addict, and she's kind of slutty, and we don't like her. And this is Porgy, he's a crippled guy, it's kind of nice. It was like, basically, they had a thing, like 2 scenes later, like 10 minutes later, and I was like, how did this even happen? Okay, I'm just gonna stand here for a while because there's too much wind to record. The set design, amazing. Costume design, amazing. Lighting, amazing. Orchestra, amazing. Everything was amazing. And you know what else I liked? The choreographies. when do I ever pay attention to any of that? I loved them. They were so purposeful and strong and really added to the whole experience. I loved it. They were great. They were absolutely fantastic. My hair looks like shit, whatever. There are a lot of different elements in the story that really fascinate me. It's just so timeless. Catfish Row really could be Washington Heights. It really could be another town where a specific community lives. The story isn't really that big. It's a love story, but it's also a story about addiction. It's a story about how a town comes together in times of trouble. It's very, very universal. I really, really liked this. I really did. It's a pretty raw story. I mean, this was not a happy story at all. And that's okay. Yeah, this was a very, very good experience. I'm very happy that I got to see this. I hope I get to see more of these Met recordings, pro shots, because it was, oh man, the video was so good. The whole film was done very, very well. The subtitles were shit. If you want a new subtitler, please hire me. This was a fantastic experience. I'm very happy I got to see this, and the overture has a very, very specific I think it's like xylophone, like a very quick run that I'm going to memorize. I'm going to play it one day, mark my words. Something else I thought was really interesting is how Bess is a pretty complicated character. I mean, she struggles with addiction, like cocaine, I think it is, and her relationship with Crown is pretty toxic. She doesn't really make the right choice in the end, or what we would consider the right choice. And that's pretty cool to see in 1935. There was like an American in Paris-y stuff sometimes that really excited me. I think that's what this did, was just really excite me, because it's like seeing like such a pure form of theater. Like, maybe that sounds a little pretentious. I'm trying to say like a very classic way of theater, but also not very classic because it was written in 1935. It's not like Mozart wrote this. This is like the beginning of what really inspires and interests me. And that's what I mean. It's like very pure. It has a very strong core. So that's very, very, very cool and very fascinating. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now. But this is like, I don't know. It's like really cool to think about how in 100 years all kinds of artists have watched this and have been inspired, and now it's like my turn, and it's my turn to take out of this what I can take out of it, and continue this beautiful art form called musical theater. And I can't wait to get my hands on a piano again, and I can't wait to listen to this and listen to some specific parts of this opera again that I really loved. I'm going to stop talking. Probably no one is watching this anymore. But if you are, thanks for watching, and goodbye. Good night. I hope your night was as good as my night was. And till the next time.